undefeated for the rest of the season. Hey, they're professionals too. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. And Pete, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan and Jordan. A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Kobe White is out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for the Nets, Johnson is out there with Williams. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Russell. And it's Sharp in at the 5 down low. Well, we know, Greg, early on in the year, teams still trying to figure out their rotations.
And it takes time before you find the rhythm you're looking for. Coaches will mix and match units to see what works best, with the thought also of the postseason.
Here we go. And the Bulls start out with the ball. In for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Trendon Watford comes in for Williams. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Thomas. And MP subbed in for Russell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Buzelis. Williams comes in for Dosunmu. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for White. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Trey Jones. Pass to Huerter. Pocket 6. Vucevic, a screen on Melton. From deep, Huerter. A three-pointer is right on target. Huerter's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls. Here's Johnson. Melton feeling it out a bit. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Ball no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's MP, and off the front, and in it goes.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Herder with a screen on MP. Back to Ball. There's the triple. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
What up?
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Thanks, guys. As you know, MP grew up in the Chicago area. He has great respect for the Jordan Bulls era. I asked him if that shaped him as a player, and he said, without a doubt. I saw the professionalism it took for that team to win 6 titles, and I knew I had to match it. That level of excellence is something I'll always strive for. I'll always have love for Chicago. You can see how much the Bulls franchise means to me, guys.
Isn't that nice? So good to see. Thanks, TA. Not a bad dynasty to model your approach after either. Williams is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's MP. And it's Melton in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Herder, no good.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Another miss by MP. Bulls trail by 6. Ball kicks to Smith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's MP, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
And I like how MP carries himself. It's a big reason why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Bruce Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Dosunmu. He hits both from the stripe. Richard, for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectable. But with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
White, good.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Hits the jumper in space. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You love to see the ball movement. When Thomas and the rest of his team are locked in, it's a good thing to watch.
Pass to Clowney. Inside, here's MP. And it's White with the rebound.
and he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Here's MP. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Count the basket. Thomas got 10 points in the game.
Muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
Pass to Buzelis. Buzelis sets a screen for Herter. To the inside. Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, we know you're anxious for the first half breakdown, but a surprise start to the show is only fitting with some early season power rankings. And guys, I want to talk for a second about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie?
We all the way
I
on the
sense
bottom.
Shaq getting restless over there.
Next is number one. New York Nets.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining... Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. MP comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Bulls. All comes in for Jones. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Lonzo Ball. Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Dosunmu, and it's Herter in at the 2 spot. To the middle, here's Claxton. Pass to Melton. Here's the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. To the paint, it's deflected. Williams with the steal. Here's MP. Knocked away. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Pass to Buzelis. Driving to the basket. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Look at the moves from Buzelis. The big fella showing great quickness on the attack.
52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Claxton a screen on Ball. Melton, no good. Chicago is gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Herter against Claxton. And the rejection by Claxton. Williams finds MP. On the wing, Johnson. The trade. That one, no good. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Johnson is out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's MP in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
The Bulls making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Ball, the pass to Smith. Looking for Terry. He gets it there. There's Ball with the 3. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. The shot by Watford, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Ball with it. Smith outside. The kick out to Williams. 5 on the clock to take the lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Horton Tucker's checked in for Chicago. Smith hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Brooklyn trailing. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Close in, no stopping MP.
You want to get the ball to MP around the hoop. That was a good job there.
The Bulls shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Outside Williams, pass to Herter. Looking for Horton Tucker. He gets it there. Count it.
How many times have we seen a possession take that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And that timeout by Coach was careful. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
I don't even want to play this.